Welcome to the fresh 92.7 SARL panel. I'm Laura Eckert and we'll be discussing the Sports Centre Cup division split rounds 1 to 4 and the VInet Solutions All-Stars Carnival. I'm joined by South Bulldog player and Indigenous All-Star Patrick Duroux, Roosters Blue player and New Zealand All-Star Dane Keepa, and Eels 1 player and Pacific Islands All-Star Benji Fono. Welcome to the panel, guys.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
The Souths have been struggling since the division split. Has it been difficult to maintain team momentum when you're constantly facing the top sides?
Well, it has been a bit difficult, but just the fact that the commitment to the team and the boys have got work, out of state, interstate, and that sort of stuff. So, yeah, it has been a bit difficult to keep the team momentum up. But yeah, no, they're a good bunch of fellas, and yeah, so.
In the first week of the Sports Centre Cup, we learned that your son, Damien Duroux, joined the senior Bulldog side. Since then, he's been performing as a top scorer. How, as his father and a leader of the Bulldogs, have you enjoyed watching him perform?
Oh, it's very exciting to watch my son play, but to be on the field with him at the same time, it's an honour in itself, and yeah, no, so it's been really great.
And Dane, you've been out since the division split because of injury, and also Dave Robertson has been out because of a knee reconstruction. How's the team holding up with all these key players missing?
I think we're pretty lucky there. We've got a lot of senior players within the squad, within both squads actually. So we do have a lot of depth in that division. So I suppose everybody else just picks up and carries on, I suppose, yeah.
2 weeks ago there was nearly a scoreless first half against the Raiders. How do you feel the boys are playing?
Obviously we can do a lot better. We're nowhere near to our potential, but I think that's quite exciting considering, you know, we've still got most of the results that we wanted, but bar one result, but yeah, I think the boys can do a lot better, so that's exciting.
And Benji, you've lost in the dying minutes the last 2 times you faced the Roosters Blue. What kind of impact is this having on the team?
I think it sort of brings the team a lot closer. It makes them want it more. It's been heartbreaking, the losses, but they've both been good games to lose in a sense. Like, everyone was proud of themselves, everyone was helping each other out. But yeah, hopefully we can get the win next time we play them.
The Eels too are currently sitting second in the Division 2 ladder. How do you feel that Div 2 team is performing?
Yeah, our Div 2 boys have been performing pretty good. They've been short in numbers a few weeks, but we've got players like Hayden Ikenboom and Nigel Dennis leading them out, so yeah, they're in good hands.
The VInet Solutions All-Stars Carnival was held at Hanson Reserve Saturday night. The Carnival was joined by former NRL guest players Petro Sivanasina and Joe Nullival and David Peachy. This year, the Pacific Islanders All-Stars team won the Carnival with 2 wins and 1 draw. Patrick, last month you represented SA in the Affiliate State Championships, and on Saturday you represented the Indigenous side in the All-Stars Carnival. There were several close games. Your team actually drew with the SARL All-Stars in Game 1, Pacific Islanders in Game 4, and another close one with New Zealand. How tough was the competition?
Oh, the competition was pretty tough, yeah. I've never seen the boys play so hard, and seen a really good fierce competition, but yeah, it was a really good night, and yeah, so it was pretty good competition for the night.
And for the second year in a row, former NRL player David Peachy was a part of the Indigenous side. Last year you played alongside him, but this year he was an assistant coach. What was it like having his insight from the sideline?
Oh, it was inspirational as usual, just to have the NRL legend sitting on your sideline giving you advice, and yeah, so that was a really great asset to have him there, and actually looking forward to it, so been great.
And how did you find the structure of the carnival with the 20-minute games?
Oh, found it pretty fast, but fast games are good games. And yeah, so it was really good with the structure, and the good turnout was really great. So yeah, no, it was hats off to the SARL for setting it up, and you know, there was a lot of work put into it, and it actually paid off, so it was a good night.
What about the conditions of the night, the weather? Did that impact any of you guys?
Not really. It was, you know, it was a cold night, but once you get started, you just forget about the conditions, and yeah, you just go with what's in front of you, and yeah, so it was, you know, good night. So yeah.
Benji was a bit chilly.
Yeah, it was a bit chilly, but like Paddy said, as soon as we got into it, we sort of just forgot about the weather and just dug in and just went hard.
Dane, watching from the sideline, how do you feel your boys played?
I thought they were great. We did struggle for numbers in the build-up, but the boys pulled it together, and a good win against the SA All-Stars boys, and a good draw with the Indigenous. I think the boys are really happy with their efforts, definitely.
Yep. For the New Zealand side first match, the team actually performed the haka. We now have a video package that we'd like to turn to. Do you find events like the All-Stars for celebrating diversity within the rugby league?
Is that one for you, Benji?
Oh, yeah, any of you guys?
I think it's good. I think it's good for all the players to get to acknowledge, you know, their heritage and where they come from. And the night was played in good spirits too. There wasn't too much niggle, or there might have been a few, but it was all in good spirits. You know, no one had any bad blood. Everything that happened on the field stayed on the field. So it was a good experience, like, for myself, and I'm sure for the boys too.
What do you think, Patrick?
It is a chance to, you know, stand up for your culture and take pride in where you come from, and do the best that you know that you can perform at, and at that level. Yeah, it was just a really awesome night, and it's just some memories that you know. Can't take away.
Yeah. Well, Benji, congratulations on the team's win and being awarded the West End Player of the Carnival. Your team showed strength and great attacking play. How do you feel the boys played over the duration of the night?
Yeah, it was. Well, first it was an honour to lead, you know, the PI team. How they performed through the way they performed through the night was, you know, hats off to them. They pulled through. We were struggling for numbers. I'm sure the other boys, or I'm not sure about the Indigenous side, but I was hearing stories about the Kiwi side struggling with numbers as well. But on the Thursday leading up to that Saturday, we got a good turnout. So we had a good team run, but yeah, everything just clicked for us. And that's sort of all you could ask for on a night like, you know, like the event.
Yep, and of course Petro was on the field competing with your side. After the third match we spoke to him and here's what he had to say.
All right, we're joined by Petro Sivanasiva, the Pacific Islander guest all-star, and the Pacific Islander team here after their win in their third game today. A massive win today. How do you think the boys behind you went?
Oh, it was a great performance by the boys. They were tremendous all night, and you know, we're going to spend. Is it $10,000 cash we win? No. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, it was a great night. You know, all the teams competed well, but at the end of the day, Pacific Island too strong.
And how does it feel to be able to represent the Pacific Islands like you guys have all been doing?
Yeah, well, look, you know, this is the first time we've all come together as a team, and you know, I think we're going to have to form a club now after this. So I'll be flying back and forth from Brisbane for this. So no, great bunch of boys, and we're going to hit the carver after this too. So it's going to be good.
Thank you guys. Well done.
What was it like playing alongside Petro?
No, it was a huge honour. I'm sure playing with Petro and playing against him would have been, you know, a highlight for a lot of our sporting careers. Yeah, but it's hard to describe. You know, Petro's arguably one of the greatest props to ever play the game, and to play alongside him, you know, not many people get to say that, especially at our level.
Yeah. The Indigenous All-Stars side were the only team not to be defeated by the Pacific Islander side with a 10-all draw. How was it facing one of the all-time greats?
Oh, it was pretty good. You know, a few of the boys was honoured before the game, before we with our preparation before the games. Yeah, that was all. You know, looking forward to trying. Making a tackle on Petro, and you know, there were some of them that actually stood up to the challenge and, you know, rose to the occasion, and yeah, so it was really awesome. And Benji down the sideline, mate, oh man, that was an awesome run that he did. Yeah, and you know, that was one of the toughest games for the night, and yeah, so, but to be undefeated throughout the night, having drawn all our games, was a big ask for, you know, there was a lot of young boys that came through and stepped up on the night, and you know, so hats off to the rest of the Indigenous boys, and you know, to the challengers too. So no, it was a good night.
Yeah, it was a great night. Thanks for joining us, guys.
No worries.
For Behind the League, I am joined by SARL General Manager Ken Kennedy, Woodville Panthers Senior Head Coach Chris McKay, and SA Under-15 State player Zach Artis. Welcome everyone.
Hi Laura, how are you?
Good. The South Australian Under-15 State team travelled to Tamworth in New South Wales to compete in the Australian Secondary Schoolboys Rugby League Championships in late June. Zach, how was it competing at such a high level?
Yeah, the opportunity, it was very good because we had the opportunity to play with 19 other boys that were very good league players, and it was just a great opportunity for all of us.
And was this your first time competing, representing SA?
No, a couple of years back I represented SA in the Under-13 State Boys Rugby, and we headed up to McKay in Queensland. It was good.
Oh, great. Ken, you were the team manager on the trip. Although SA didn't get a win in the championships, how do you believe they performed overall?
The boys are always up against Laura in a carnival like that with the other states, probably more advanced than us in the rugby league process, but they performed quite well. They had a short preparation, about 3 or 4 weeks, so we were quite happy with how they went, and I think they all had a good time, and we can just go to these carnivals and they come away with some more experience, and it really showed in the first round of the competition that they had improved individually, so it's good.
So what sort of things do you think they can learn and improve on for next time?
Because just professionalism and being in a camp situation, living with the guys you're playing with, and making friends. I think that's one area that is probably new to a lot of the boys. But just in general, it's just a professional system they're in, and it's just an experience for the kids to be involved in.
And McKay Mapuna was named SA's most valuable player. What are your thoughts on his performance?
Yeah, look, Michael was a great leader, inspirational to the boys. He led up front and pushed them forward. Young Zach went really well as well. Zach was probably the youngest member of the team. But yeah, Mike is a great player and he's got a big future. He's just got to stick to it. And there's a lot of players out there in our game that have got the same sort of skill level. It's the ones that are dedicated and prepared to make the sacrifice that make the top grade. So any of the young guys out there, that's what it comes to. You've got to make the sacrifices.
Zach, how do you think he played?
I think Mika's performance was top notch because he was like one of the main top players there. We all played our role. We all did what we were supposed to do. So and he just stood out for everyone. So and he was a good leader. That was good.
On to Junior Rugby League, the Woodville Panthers took their Junior A team to Broken Hill last week to compete against Outback Rugby League's combined under-14s side. Chris, you were the stand-in coach. How did the boys go?
I think the boys done fantastically well over there. It's always hard for lads that have come up through the South Australian ranks to go and compete against the Eastern States. So to go over there and give them the game that we did, I think it was really well.
For most of them, it was their first interstate trip. What did they take away from the experience?
I think a lot of them would have taken a lot of confidence out of it. It's just great to see the boys bond on the trips, and then when they come back, it just flows right through for the rest of the season, which is really good.
Do you think the Panthers will look at doing another trip like this, perhaps with another age group?
Well, we're already in talks with another club now to sort of, at the end of the year, take 2 teams away interstate. So hopefully that goes ahead and we can get that going.
Great. Ken, how important are these interstate trips for the growth and development of rugby league in SA?
Look, they are important, Laura. They chance to compete against people from outside of where our competitions is a big advantage for the kids for the future as well. But we've built relationships with Broken Hill. I've spent a lot of time in Broken Hill working with Country Rugby League, and Mildura is another one. We've had some relationships with Victorian clubs as well. So if we can send our boys on trips like this and they gain that extra experience and see how they play the game in other states, it's got to come back and roll up on our competition and make it better here.
And are there any other interstate club relationships the SARL or its clubs have formed?
Look, we take a 13-14 years group to Group 6 in New South Wales, around the Mittagong, Lost Vale area in the southern tablelands of New South Wales. That's been going for a couple of years now. We go there one year, they come here. That's a great trip. The boys actually bill it. They bill it with families in country areas, out on farms, and I know they've the trip last time we went to Group 6, 2 or 3 of the boys have still kept in touch, and it's just a great chance to build friendships and that sort of thing. I know that Facebook, the boys are all on there to the guys from those other clubs, so it's just not the game of rugby league, it's forging friendships and relationships as well.
And the SARL has actually branched out to Mount Gambier. How's that development going?
Yeah, look, Mount Gambier is a new one on our plate. We're working through that at the moment. We look like staging a 9-a-side 14 competition for about 6-7 week period. It's going well. We've got some good people involved down there. We held a public meeting and everything's moving forward. We hope to start the comp within the next 2 weeks, probably a gala day first. First and foremost, I suppose we've got to get the officials up and running. So we've got referees and touch judges and ensuring the coaches have got accreditation, that sort of thing. So we're moving forward with it. People in Mount Gambier are really keen. Media's been good down there, so it's all going well.
Great. Well, thank you all for joining me on this week's panel.
Thank you.
That's right.
For more information on the league and where to play NRL in SA, visit the SA Rugby League website, www.sarugbyleague.com.au. I'm Laura Eckert. See you next month.